Hey, have you ever had this feeling? That sourness in your stomach when you see someone else doing extraordinarily well, looking bright and successful? Or that slight discomfort when you hear someone else being praised? We are all very familiar with this feeling. It's called envy. It truly is like a switch inside our hearts. You know, brush against it accidentally, and wham, it can trigger a storm within. But the good news is, this switch is something we can learn to control. So today, let's take a good look and dissect this super complex emotion. We'll start by understanding exactly what envy is. Then we'll dig down and find its true root cause. After that, we'll look at the astonishing cost of letting it run wild. And finally, and most importantly, we'll find the key that can turn off worry and unlock wisdom, and learn how to hold it firmly in our own hands. Alright, let's start with the first step, clarifying what exactly we are talking about when we say envy. What is envy? The wisdom of the ancients doubt anyone would claim they have never envied anyone else. Right, it seems to be just part of human nature. But you know what? Interestingly, ancient wisdom saw this very clearly. Look at the Chinese characters for envy. They hold a hidden secret. The ancients were very detailed, refers to the discomfort in your heart. When you see someone else's external appearance or looks are better than yours, this is called harm to beauty is de. Refers to the imbalance in your heart when you see someone else's talent or ability is stronger than yours. This is called harm to the worthy is G. So you see, one is about the external, and the other is about the internals. Quite insightful, isn't it? This points to a key fact that might be a little harsh, but is absolutely true. The reason we envy, frankly speaking, is that we are unconsciously admitting we are inferior to others in a certain area. The stronger your envy for a person or event, the clearer and brighter that internal mirror, labeled I am not as good as them, the shines in your heart. The true root, it's not them. It's your own arrogance, since envy reflects our own inner world. The question is, where does the true spark for this emotion ignite? There is a very profound saying, all things are fundamentally at peace. Only people create disturbances. What does this mean? It means that all the people and events in the world are originally just quietly existing. They are inherently uncomplicated. What truly makes things complex and stirs up trouble is our own mind causing a fuss. Wow, doesn't this completely overturn our usual habitual thinking? We always felt that their success provoked us, or their boasting annoyed us. But what is the truth? The problem is not outside. That uncomfortable feeling comes from an internal state we possess, called pride or arrogance. It's that hidden arrogance that feels challenged. Your subconscious script is actually, I'm so capable. How dare you be better than me? How can you get something I don't have? This is the true script of the trouble. The expensive price of envy. The cycle of suffering dog. So we found the script of our worries. And the main character is our own arrogance. Now, if we just let this play continue, what will be the ticket price? I'm telling you, it will be very, very expensive. Look, envy is never a single event. It's more like a trigger button. Once you press it, you start a journey called the path of continuous suffering. This cycle works like this. First, you generate envy in your heart. That's the first layer of pain. Right, then, because of envy, we are likely to say unpleasant things or take small actions behind the scenes. That's the second step. Finally, these actions will in turn harm ourselves, leading to even worse outcomes. Doesn't this sound like an endless loop of suffering? And the first stop on this painful journey is usually two tongues, which in plain language means speaking gossip or sowing discord. Think about it. Isn't it true, as soon as envy arises, it's hard to control the mouth. You want to speak ill of the other person to discredit them. But this is like spitting into the wound. The one who ends up suffering is always yourself. Your work, your career, and even things as small as the crops you plant or the products you make can suffer inexplicable losses because of it. The two algorithms, wisdom versus worry. There's a story here that perfectly illustrates the completely different life algorithms. A character named Mayayu had a very precious bowl. When someone else used it, she felt extremely uncomfortable and disgusted. Her worry algorithm kicked in. She thought, "My bowl is dirty." In a fit of anger, she smashed the bowl. The result, the bowl was gone, and her good fortune went with it. But let's consider, what if she had activated the wisdom algorithm instead? She could have thought from a different perspective. Hey, the fact that this person used my bowl means we have a connection. I'll give this bowl to him. She would have formed a good connection. What would the result be? The bowl would have become a blessing, accumulating even greater merit for herself. Isn't that amazing? Faced with the same situation, the worry algorithm leads to loss, but the wisdom algorithm can lead to true benefit. So the answer is very clear. Right, the only antidote is to replace worry with wisdom. These two paths truly head in completely different directions. Those who share a craft envy each other. If you follow the path of worry, colleagues become enemies. Everyone suspects and undercuts each other. Those who share a path love each other. If you follow the path of wisdom, it's different. Partners will support and help each other, working together to make the entire market bigger. One is a zero-sum game. I win, you must lose. The other is a situation of co-creating a win-win. The choice of Zhang Fei, a model of grand vision. Speaking of this, Zhang Fei from the Three Kingdoms period made a beautiful choice. He discovered that a county magistrate named Pang Tong was a super genius, handling public affairs with incredible speed. If we followed the average person's script, Zhang Fei might have thought, "Wow, this guy is better than me. He's definitely a threat in the future." Right, but he didn't. He activated the wisdom algorithm. He didn't see a threat, but a brilliant mind who could help his lord, Liu Bei, stabilize the realm. So what did he do? Without hesitation, he immediately ran to Liu Bei and enthusiastically recommended Pang Tong. You see, Zhang Fei's heart contained the entire realm, not just his own small patch of land. This is vision. How to install the wisdom program's Hang Fei's choice was truly remarkable, right? But we also know that being able to make such a choice at a critical moment is never accidental. It requires accumulation over time. So the question is, how can ordinary people like us practice to make wisdom our brain's default settings? You can think of it this way. Our worries and envy are an automated program that we've been practicing for decades. Its reaction is lightning fast. The moment a situation arises, it runs by itself without any thought. So what we need to do now is deliberately and continuously install and train a brand new program. A program called Wisdom. How exactly do we install and train this new program? Here are 3 steps. Vow, this is like setting the highest privileges for the new program. You must make a firm decision, telling yourself from the bottom of your heart, wisdom is my most important asset. I cannot compromise it under any circumstances. Guard, this is like installing a firewall for your new program. You must constantly protect your wisdom, not letting old habits, careless attitudes, or the gossip of friends destroys it. Diligently practice. There are no shortcuts here. Just like physical fitness, you have to practice every day. Train wisdom until it becomes your muscle memory, until it becomes your natural reaction. Why go through all this trouble to practice? Because one thing is absolutely true. You can take nothing with you. Only your actions follow. Think about it. The money we work so hard for, the status we strive for, none of it can be taken with us in the end. The only thing that follows us is the result of our daily thoughts, words, and actions, what we call karma. And this, in turn, gives us the greatest power because it means we are not passive pawns at the mercy of fate. We are the engineers of our own lives. The kind of karma you choose to create today is equivalent to deciding the kind of house you will live in tomorrow. Your destiny is completely in your own hands. So, in every moment from now on, you essentially have two buttons, two algorithms, available to you. Let's go back to the very first question. Today, or the next time that switch of envy in your heart is triggered, which program will you choose to run? Will it be the familiar, old worry program, or the new wisdom program that you are diligently installing? The choice is in your hands.